Now, your starting lineup for Sports Sunday. Starting at anchor, a 5'4" Aries from Centerville, Virginia, and a wannabe Wisconsinite. She's a former cross-country star at James Madison University. Put your hands together for Jen Chapman. Also starting at anchor, a 6-foot Leo from Birmingham, Alabama. He's got a degree in graphic design from ITT Technical Institute. He's a father of 3, B.J. Millican. This is Sports Sunday.
Welcome in, everybody. You know, it wasn't exactly like last year's post-8A recruiting bonanza, but Alabama did secure its very first commitment for the 2017 class on Saturday night. Composite 5-star running back Najee Harris from Antioch, California, pledged to the Tide. One recruiting analyst says he's a mix of Todd Gurley and Derrick Henry. So no pressure at all on that kid who will be playing his junior year of high school football this fall. Welcome in, everybody, to Sports Sunday. I'm BJ, she's Jen, and Jen, A-Day has come, it is gone. Nick Saban said it was like a midterm, so what did we learn?
Ask me again in the fall. The important thing is, what did the Alabama coaches learn? Nick Saban said afterwards he was pleased with some areas and that there's work to do in others. Not unlike a coach to say something just like that. But Alabama fans did get their first looks at several young prospects and guys who haven't had a lot of extended time on the field. Even the players were impressed with the next generation of Tide stars.
Oh, I got a lot of confidence, even though we ain't run much plays, but I seen a lot of young guys run around like Ronnie Harrison, I seen Ruben, and I seen Deshaun Hand out there, and I also seen Josh Frazier out there playing. He looked real good out there. There's a lot of guys we got that can contribute that's real young.
Them guys out there competing, you know what I'm saying? I thought they all did a great job, make some mistakes, but that's going to happen in the game. And we're going to correct them by watching film. But I thought they all did a great job of coming out competing, trying to make some plays.
Very confident. They're all, they always go out there and they're 110% flying around, doing everything they can. There's always some little things you clean up, but I mean, if when you're playing that fast, you're usually helping out.
And here are some of those freshman contributions from Saturday. Ronnie Clark had an impressive day out of the backfield. Marlon Humphrey was all over the field on defense. And Christian Miller spent a lot of time in the backfield as well.
Once upon a time, these 4 guys were just freshmen with a lot of potential. But on Saturday, Amari Cooper, Blake Sims, Landon Collins, and Justin Fowler put their hands and feet in the cement at Denny Chimes as permanent captains. One big reason they picked Alabama, of course, the chance to play in the NFL, which is what's next for them.
It's just been really busy, but I understand that it's a part of the process because the teams want to get to know you and want to, know who they're spending a lot of money on. So I'm just taking it day by day.
Man, it's been crazy. We're going everywhere, flying everywhere, talking to everybody. I mean, people blowing up your phone. It's just crazy, but it's a good process. It just helps you learn a lot about what goes on in the NFL life.
Round 1 of the NFL draft will be held April 30th in Chicago. The winds of change went blowing through the Crimson Tide basketball program with the arrival of Avery Johnson.
And yet another piece is in place for his coaching staff. Reports came out this afternoon that Bob Simon, the associate head coach at Providence, will be heading to Tuscaloosa to be on the Crimson Tide staff. Simon is considered the Friars' top recruiter. He's also already begun legwork on one of the state of Alabama's top prospects, Josh Langford out of Madison Academy, who he was recruiting when he was at Providence. Wow.
That's right. It's big-time stuff. Now, while we're talking about hoops, the 3rd annual Bama Sci-Fi versus Tuscaloosa PD Charity Classic was played Friday night at Central High. Former Tide football and basketball players played against the TPD squad, including one big Deontay Wilder. There he is in the middle. Come on, you got to play D up better than that, Deontay.
He's protecting his hand.
That's right. This event is aimed at bridging the gap between young athletes and the police.
Far too often, people only hear the negative side of it, when in actuality, the police department escorts us to the football games. The police department keeps the entire community safe, whereas the entire community depends on Alabama to give them pride. It's 2 things that should go together. They shouldn't be like oil and water. They should be like peanut butter and jelly.
Younger guys, especially coming to college playing football, they already have a negative input as far as police goes. So we want to show them we're not the bad guys. We're also the good guys. We're here for them. We want them to come here and get a good education, plus to go back and out there on the football field and win some championships.
It's a good cause, but it makes me hungry for peanut butter and jelly. The Alabama Legends team won with a buzzer beater in double overtime and now hold a 2-1 all-time record over the police department. The Alabama men's golf team's had a pretty good track record when it comes to winning SEC titles.
Today they were going for their 4th straight in St. Simons Island, Georgia, and that was today. Head coach Jay Sewell and his 25th ranked Crimson Tide led the field after 36 holes, but the wheels came off in the final round as the Tide carded a 10 over par 290. Alabama led by 6 strokes with 9 holes to go, but ended up tied for 4th. 7th ranked LSU took home the team title. Sophomore Robbie Shelton led the Tide with a 3rd place overall finish. Alabama heads to NCAA regionals May 15th through the 17th. The women's team also fell a little short in Hoover at the SEC Women's Golf Championship. They finished 5th while Texas A&M wins the title. Well, don't go anywhere because we've got much more to come on Sports Sunday.
That's right, including a sweet web gym that really lived up to its name. You're going to want to see that. And the newest installment of One-on-One with Jen. That's right, she gets in the pool with one of the best swimmers in the entire world, on the planet, in the universe. Who comes out on top? Find out next. You do not want to miss this. Stay with us on Sports Sunday. We'll be right back. Good news for Alabama swimmer Christian Golomev, a friend of WVUA Sports. Jen Chapman has done several profile pieces on him. He was named the SEC Swimmer of the Year and won the NCAA championship this year in the 100 free. He became Bama's first Swimmer of the Year since, listen to this, 1982. He wasn't even alive then. I was, but barely. I was only like 2 years old. So good for him. But with all the challenges he's faced, he has never, not one time, been in the pool with you.
That's right. And until now, I had a chance to go one-on-one with Christian, not just with the microphone, but going head-to-head in a race. Christian is so competitive that he's been trying to figure out ways to make this a more even race.
I don't know. We should do a 25 and me a 50, but I don't know. Maybe you butterfly me freestyle.
And I'm so competitive that I'm trying to make it less even.
I'm not going to be easy on you. I'm not going to take it easy on you. I'm going to try to beat you, but it's going to be a hard one. It's going to be a close one. We'll see.
But you're not going to go easy?
I'm not going to go easy.
Got any tips for my stroke or anything?
I don't know.
Don't want any help.
I haven't seen you swim, so I don't know.
We'll see. We'll get that after. All right, we're going to go warm up. Just heard that Christian did his hardest lifting session ever in his life this morning, so I think I have a chance. I have the harder start too. I have to start in the water. He gets a block.
Let's do it. Good luck.
I lost. Woo! Go. Good job. Jonty, I lost.
I don't know how you're going to suffer through the embarrassment.
I don't think he went as hard as he could.
Next time.
I just beat Christian Golomev. No big deal. Woo! so mad right now. And thank you to Christian, who was a really good sport. And so we're going to have fun with these one-on-ones. Sometimes it'll be an interview. Sometimes it'll be something like that. So if you have a suggestion for who I should take on one-on-one, whether it be an interview or whatever sport it is they do, let us know, and we'll try to make it work.
But here's the thing. She's always going to win.
Yeah, I mean,
keep that in mind.
the heat was on. I mean, I like to win.
This girl's competitive. I said it last night. The thing I got out of that, 24 nieces and nephews.
Yes, and soon to be 26. I'll have 2 more on the way this year. So Aunt Jen, favorite Aunt Jen, favorite.
There you go. Stay
Still
with
like
us.
to win.
I know, right? Every time. But next, it's Tebow time when we return for our favorite things. Stay with us.
We're back on Sports Sunday. It's not often this happens. John Lester of the Chicago Cubs got a hot shot back at him today against the Padres, and the ball stuck, so he just throws his glove with it, and you can count that. He's out, but the Padres win 5-2.
That's a bummer. Coolest thing ever at the Food City 500. Check it out. Jeff Gordon's kids were the race starters.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, he didn't win. Neither did Dale Jr. I hate when this happens. He blew a tire. That stinks. On his 102nd lap of the race, excuse me. The rains came, held up the race. When they finally got going again, there was a lot of bumping, grinding. It's Bristol after all. White checkered finish went to Matt Kenseth picking up the win. Let's quickly get to our favorite things. We leave you with something positive every week. Guess what? Tim Tebow back in the NFL.
Yay!
Let's roll the Tim Tebow footage. What better way to go into the weekend than this? The Philadelphia Eagles are going to sign Timothy Richard Tebow to be their 4th-string quarterback, and everyone is psyched. Hashtag Tebow time.
Proof that good things happen to good people.
That's right.
Go Timmy.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Have a good
night.
week.